Yo guys, it's your boy Backroom Talks, back at it again with another one. So this one here we got James Charles finally got what he deserved. This is by my boy Jamari. I don't know him, but I've been watching him for years before I started on my grind, y'all know. 18 subscribers, bro. Yeah. We about to check out this Jamari James Charles joint. See what he's talking about. See what's going on with Jay Charles. I know he's usually doing some, scantily clad stuff.
A decade ago, there was a kid who took the internet by storm, and his name was James Charles. This guy came around and exploded all over social media in only a couple of months.
Pause, Jamari. Pause. He did not explode on nothing, bro. I'm watching you.
Landing a spot on one of the most prestigious magazines in the world right after going viral for the very first time.
My name is James. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a 16-year-old makeup artist from New York.
Within years, he rapidly became the golden boy of his side of YouTube, and overall he was one of the fastest growing influencers on planet Earth, generating some of the most money that anyone from the online space had ever seen. But when we fast forward to the present day, he has lost hundreds of millions of dollars in brand deals, his name and reputation are in the dirt, and he completely ruins any chance he had at being the
Hey, wasn't like 6 months ago or something like that? They said it was like texting little boys or something like that. I'm not accusing. This is just what I heard through the bird. I don't know, man. I'm black as a turd, don't believe me.
Next internet billionaire. The real story of James Charles is plagued with lies, disgusting messages, mistreatment of employees and friends, and much, much more. And it really all boils down to the fact that he is incredibly entitled in every aspect of his life. This is the story of how the Golden Goose...
The funny thing, he's like a white gay man, so he feels like he's marginalized like a colored person.
Slowly morphed into one of the darkest chapters in internet history.
Hi, sisters! I will not be talking about this anymore. It is done with. For me, as a gay man, to DM the same person in private with a simple compliment is predatory. Engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. I have never, ever paid any...
Yeah, he literally just said it. Like, he literally just said you engaged in a flirty conversation and found out that the boy was 16. I don't know, man. The internet, y'all be choosing some weird people to make famous.
To speak or to not speak about me, and this will not be the first time that I do it. Because you're a lazy piece of shit, and you're entitled.
Now, to truly understand this narrative, I have to take you all the way back to his hometown of Bethlehem, New York, where James grew up.
Okay, see, us New York City people, we don't claim him. We don't claim him. No, he's not from the city. He's from Bethlehem, New York. What's up? Name me one person. See, this is what I mean. You cannot be making weird people famous, bro. This man was from Bethlehem, New York. He was never supposed to make it out of Bethlehem, New York. But somehow, some way, through the great power of the internet, this man became one of the most famous and powerful people on earth because there's no reason. Like, what? Like, who made him famous, bro? Who allowed this person to get famous? Hold on, y'all. Who allowed this person to get famous, bro? Like, that's the only question I got. Like, his makeup cannot be that good.
Up as a wealthy kid.
As a man.
Happy Halloween to all my fellow Americans and happy Day of the Dead or whatever to all my Mexican homies out there.
By the time he...
Bro, what? And he's out here saying crazy stuff. What's going on? Bro, y'all are tripping.
Went to high school, James would become a theater nerd, jumping out of the closet at only 12 years old.
Hey guys, it's James, and today is Friday, so you know what that means. New video! Woohoo! Here's a nice picture of me that my friend took before I was about to walk the runway.
And although he was accepted at home, at school he was often bullied for his sexuality. And because of this, he essentially turned to the internet to find acceptance. This is where his infatuation with Instagram and YouTube really began. At first posting videos about Mario Kart Wii.
All the other kids with the palm down, you better run, I would run my gun.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it.
Now, as the years passed, James started vlogging and making other videos common for the time period where people essentially stood in front of a camera to rant, make a skit, or simply talk about their life.
This might be really awkward. I'm not really sure how to vlog. I've only done this once before, so this is really uncomfortable for me to hold a camera in front of my face, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do my best to make it good for you guys. Look, it's a collar for the gays. I started licking because that was my crush. That night, I pooped about Beyonce.
Still, he had virtually no audience, and at this time YouTube was much more of a hobby than anything else. So James was out here doing hair on the side for his classmates, and eventually his friend asked him to do her makeup on a whim before a school dance. And little did that friend know that she would be creating a monster who would show his true colors in only a couple of years. Because after this, James would practice doing makeup on himself, and this would lead to the first viral moment of his life, where he did some very extra stuff to get the perfect yearbook photo.
Emailed the photography studio, being like,
So he pitched
was
up
there
his
be
voice
any
more
chance of
now.
me being
So he's pitching up his voice more now that he's like doing the makeup stuff. I want y'all to peep that. He's pitching his voice up more. He's trying to be more effeminate. Whatever, dude.
to retake them? And they actually said yes. So I drove there right away, and I redid my makeup, and I brought my ring light with me. So I posted them on Instagram, and they went viral literally overnight. So I guess CoverGirl then saw that, and here we are.
And after only a couple of weeks of going viral, James would be the first man to ever be featured on CoverGirl magazine.
Hi guys, my name is James Charles, and
On CoverGirl, first of all. What are we doing, guys? They're giving me a headache. I really can't. with
I
this.
am the newest CoverGirl. Celebrate lash equality with new So Lashy mascara.
And during this time, he would even link up with the great white Diddy handler, Ellen.
You're just gay, you like boys.
So suddenly, James was on top of the world. He now had the money, the followers, the influence, and the opportunities falling out of his ass. But after only a few short months, the general public would get a sense of,
Hey, Jamari, pause, bro. That's the second one, bro. One more strike and I'm out. I'm out. Talking about some opportunities. No, bro. I'm not repeating that. You gotta chill.
of his true colors, after he took a trip to Africa and made jokes about getting Ebola. Obviously, with him trying to represent himself as a beacon of acceptance and equality, his newfound audience called this casual racism and arrogance. And of course, his first instinct to the backlash was to try and ignore the situation that he created, blocking anyone who had anything negative to say about it. But only one day later, he would give a PR response where he apologized for his white privilege.
I will not be talking about this anymore. It is done with. I learned so much, and I'm looking forward to continuing to learn and to educate myself further.
And in comparison to the things that James would eventually get caught both saying and doing, this was actually very small potatoes. But it did plant the seeds that he was clearly not comfortable taking accountability, and this was also the first time that a company would choose to distance themselves from him, as only months after solidifying his career, CoverGirl silently ended their deal. And after this, James would graduate high school and immediately move to the influencer ecosystem in Los Angeles, California. And by this time, he was deeply ingrained into the network of the most popular
Of course, he moved to Cali. He had to move to Cali, but
up-and-coming talent on YouTube. And through these collabs, he was funneling hundreds of thousands of subscribers and dollars to his channel every single month. And suddenly, James was surrounded by mainstream celebrities like the Kardashians. And he had officially gone from niche influencer to household name, getting 5 million views per video on his main channel and 8 to 15 million views on his collaboration page.
You've worked with some real heavy hitters.
Yeah. My favorite person that I've gotten to work with would probably be Kim Kardashian.
I know people, and even people in our circle. I love their art, but as a person, they just suck.
Yeah.
They
There's
suck.
so many of them.
Yep.
At this point, even people who didn't care at all about
I hate both of them. I hate the Paul dude. Excuse me, I don't hate anyone, but I don't like them a lot. They're not very good for society.
Beauty and makeup knew who this guy was. His audience had long forgotten the Ebola tweets, and he was right back to being the golden boy of YouTube, landing a deal with another makeup company called Morphe right around the time that he hit 10 million subscribers. And so for almost a year, he worked with them to devise their product launch. He teased and teased and teased it to his audience, and eventually they would release a makeup palette, selling out completely in 5 minutes.
Birmingham certainly felt the full impact of the popularity of James Charles on Saturday, as thousands crowded into the Bullring for his appearance to open a shop there.
And eventually, when his product came out in stores, he had people wrapped around the block to get his collection. He would sell millions of units, and it is estimated.
Why are little girls looking up to a 20-something-year-old man? Okay, sorry.
That this netted him tens of millions of dollars to stack on the massive amount of money that he was already making from YouTube and other social media. And so there James was, 20 years old, millions in the bank, and really feeling completely invincible. And it was almost like right when he reached up to those heights, his empire would crumble before his very eyes. And the catalyst for his destruction was actually when one of his best friends in the industry would go out of her way to commit a character assassination for millions to see. In the scathing 48-minute video, she would claim that James was a toxic, entitled, predatory monster of a human being.
How entitled do you have to be to think that you have it rough? You are a 19-year-old millionaire. Everything is over-sexualized. That's the huge underlayer to this all, that I finally have had enough. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. You are using your fame.
Bro, what? This nigga is out here, excuse my language, the boy is out here trying to trick straight men? What? Cause you're rich? What are you? Nah, you're tripping. Nah, he's tripping. Where did he get this playbook from? Whose mans is this? Where did Bethlehem, New York? That's where they make him like this. I told y'all, he was never supposed to leave that place. He was supposed to he's supposed to be stuck in Bethlehem, New York. He was never supposed to be famous. He was never supposed to be anything but that kid that was weird in fucking Bethlehem. But the internet gave him a flame and made him a multi-millionaire monster. Y'all just made a bunch of M&Ms. Can I get a hint? Can I get some? Pour me some.
Your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight.
Basically, she claimed that James felt very
Bro, he out here blackmailing niggas for the booty? Oh, nah, bro. It needs to be stopped, bro. First off, let's go through the strike list. Bro is out here texting little boys. Bro is out here trying to entice straight men into being gay. He out here blackmailing straight men. Bro, nah, he's got to go. He's got to go, bro. And then he's going to play victim like a woman, because he feels like he's marginalized, like I said earlier in the video. See, I already knew that was going to come into play. You see how? Yeah. Like, drop a like and subscribe, man, because I already know y'all going to. But anyway, look. I'm about to have to click off of this joint. Let Jamari drop another bomb for me, bro. I'm honestly slid off of this guy. He's cooking me right now. I can't. I just can't. Bro, I just cannot.
Entitled to other people, and that he did not care about their sexual orientation and made straight men feel uncomfortable. She says that in his mind, because he was rich and famous, he could have access to whomever he wanted, as if he viewed straight men as prizes to be collected. Which, let's be honest for a second, guys, if you were doing gay stuff for money, you're gay, big dog.
I thought around his parents that he would not behave this way, like it was just like, no big deal. Like sucking dick and cock. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity.
And this would kind of open the floodgates, and the internet began piecing together compilations that went viral, where James appeared to make straight men uncomfortable when they made content together.
Hold the tips and push them together. Push the tips together.
Don't say that. I'm not pushing the tips together. Stop. What are 3 qualities that you would look for in a long-term relationship?
That's a good question. You gotta have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
You tell me I'm funny to every single DM I send you.
Yeah, okay, second one, you have to be a woman because
I am a woman. Thank you again to my incredible, beautiful future husband, Jeff. We love you and we will see you in the next one.
We're actually going to mukbang IHOP right now. You want to come?
Oh, can you just bang me instead?
Bro, what? Bro, pull off. I don't even know why y'all hanging out with this dude because he has clout, bro. See, clout is a hell of a drug. And I'm not doing this for clout, bro. I do this for the love of the game. I do this because I got a voice. And bro, what? Nah, he's got to be stopped, bro. He's got to be stopped. Bro, why didn't Buddy just pull off?
And
oh, no, he did.
obviously
Oh,
this
thank God.
expose led to massive backlash, and James would lose over 3 million subscribers in the matter of a couple of weeks. At this point, both he and his ego had finally been exposed for the world to see, by his mentor in the industry nonetheless, and this really all happened because she felt like he crossed her. But still, I will say, this was very light in comparison to the hell that would soon break out in his life. Oh, damn. I didn't see you there. Well, hey, while you're here, come on, lean in a little closer. I got a secret to tell you. You know all that time you spend on your phone, messing around? On February 26, 2021, a 16-year-old boy named Isaiah would post evidence onto TikTok of James Charles attempting to have an intimate relationship with him, including screen recordings, Snapchat messages, attempting to have an intimate A boy named Isaiah would post evidence onto TikTok of James Charles attempting to have an intimate relationship with him, including screen recordings, Snapchat messages, as well as other evidence that James was the one pursuing him, claiming that the conversation had escalated to the point where James was wanting to exchange inappropriate messages and photos.
I went into the bathroom and I guess he saw the bathroom light, so he started making the conversation very sexual and really uncomfortable. So after sending me that first picture of his body, explicitly he sent me multiple after that, and then he proceeds to say, oh, but I didn't even get to see the meaning my body. And after telling him like, no, like I'm not gonna send it to you, he kept on asking for pictures and videos of body hair and me flexing and stuff.
Now, of course, James would deny these allegations while simultaneously blaming the kid, claiming that he had an ulterior motive from the very.
Oh, so now he's talking about the 16-year-old boy. Yeah, nah, Buddy's weird.
Restart,
I'm about to
and
have
that
to
he had
slide
lied to
this,
him
man.
about his
Come on,
age.
Jamar, give me
Obviously,
something
this
new.
defensive statement did not go over well with the general public, as he no longer had receipts like in his other clapback videos. They kinda saved him from the angry mentor. This was different. It was like James was truly backed into a corner, as the grand majority of people with a brain understand that it is always the adult's job to verify age in a situation that could potentially involve a minor. Either way, this is when all hell broke loose and the floodgates really opened, as over 15 different people would come forward to share
Run this man off the internet. Run this man off the internet. Nah, he's a villain. He's a villain, guys. I don't think I could do this on camera for much longer because this man is an actual villain. And I'm getting upset. There's no reason for this, bro. There's no reason for this. Does he lose all his money? I hope he
their
loses
almost
all his money.
identical interactions with James. Essentially, he was treating his Instagram Explore page on TikTok or Instagram like a never-ending dating cesspool of potential suitors. The only problem for him was that people lie about shit online. And the guys he was going after looked very young. Basically, he would DM guys that he found attractive, transition the conversation to Snapchat.
I had the mentality that I could reach out to literally anybody and use my Explore page and For You page as a dating app, and eventually I would just happen to find the right person.
And immediately push messages into an explicit place. This was the consistent pattern in these people's stories who came forward, though I will say there was a lot of fake shit out there too, like fake screenshots, things that never really happened. Either way, if he would have just taken a quick look into their profile, it really should have told him that they might be too young for him. Maybe recent photos of them playing high school sports, or doing other high school things like going to prom or homecoming, being tagged in a picture by a 15 16-year-old girl, you know, it might just give you a hint. And so after 5 weeks, James would release and then later delete a video called Holding Myself Accountable, and in this video not only does he have the worst haircut in human history, but he also straight up admits that 2 of these accusers were 16 years old when they interacted, though he does say that they both lied about their age.
In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks, 2 different people, both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages with me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, and
This was written by a PR team. Duh. Y'all think this multimillionaire does not have a group of people, a group of well-paid people sitting there waiting to tell him what to do? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm picking my face, but y'all really not, like, let's be so real. Y'all think there's not 3-4 other people right behind that camera telling him? There's not a script? There's a script, y'all. Duh, you gotta keep you gotta keep the money. You can't lose all the money because you wanna be out here weird. Come on now. Some people get away with this for years. Look at the damn Epstein files. Where we at? What is going on? Come on now. He's trying to do what his mentors taught him.
engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Later on, when I saw them making videos about it and those videos going viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset.
Now, people were not buying this idea that James did not understand the power dynamics that came with a celebrity reaching out to an impressionable teenager like this. As virtually no one felt any sympathy for his dating life struggles, I feel like if anything, it just made him look more like a creep.
In all other areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of things, and I couldn't understand why relationships were the one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me so different? And I find
it's because you're trying to be in relationships with men. Alright guys, I don't think I could do much more of this. I don't think Jamari, I think it's what, 12 more minutes left. If y'all want to go check out the video, go check out the rest of it on Jamari's page. We'll drop a link in the description. Go subscribe, man. Y'all made James Charles famous. Going on. Shit. Don't make me famous, but goddamn. Peace. It's your boy Backroom Talks. It's been real.